Listen, yo, man, this is going to be a rambling, a rant, but I've been holding this song, but I've been holding this for a very long time. I've been holding this for a very long time. Now, mind you, I'm not a strong advocate of mental health. I'm really not. I don't talk about mental health therapy and all that bullshit. I don't talk about this shit. For the most part, I really don't. But throughout my throughout my years of dealing with people, that's including family and friends and all that bullshit, random strangers. Man, I realized, listen, we all have, everybody have skeletons in their closets. Everybody has sins and vices. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has, strengths and weaknesses about themselves. We really do. And that's what makes us, human. We're not perfect, but we can do better. We can always improve ourselves. But I realize a lot of people nowadays, mainly Americans, a lot of Americans have mental health issues. They act like they don't, but they really do. A lot of them really do have mental health issues. The strangers that I came across, that's including, family, associates, and friends, just different people from different walks of life. And what I've witnessed as well, a lot of people are suffering from mental health issues. I understand, you got some people that are turncoats, that's full of shit, that's, major hypocrites. I get that. But man, it's like, I don't know, like something is wrong with these people. Something is actually wrong with people. Now, I'm not talking about taking accountability and all this stuff. That's a different subject. But it just, I don't know, it's like delusions of grandeur. It's like people are very delusional or something. It's like they can never do no wrong. It's like when you tell them something that is wrong, they want to try to argue. They want to try to argue all the way. They just want to argue and carry on. But they refuse to look at the problem and resolve it for themselves. They want to argue down all the way down to the ground based off their mistake. And you try to help them correct their mistake, but they just want to argue, keep on arguing you, want to argue you down to the ground, want to put you down and want to act like you ain't shit and all that. I'm like, fine, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But that's not my mistake. That's yours. You know what I'm saying? You do what the hell you want to do. Do what you do and I do what I do. And also in some cases, and I've been through this, people want to gaslight you. People have the nerve and the audacity. Now people want to ask for your help, but then have the nerve and the audacity when you tell them the truth. You get what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, it's like, motherfucker, I didn't come up and ask you. I didn't come up and try to, help you out. I didn't, walk up to you. You came to me. You came to me. You asked for my motherfucking guidance. You know what I'm saying? You asked for my support. You basically asked for my information. You know what I'm saying? You was trying to, get some, you trying to basically get some answers from other people. And once I told the overall truth about your problems, about their problems, they want to, like, not all of them, but some of them want to have the nerve and the audacity to get mad at me. But it's like, no, it's like the situation that you're dealing with, not all the time, but sometimes the problem can be you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, we all want to be right. We all want to be right, even me. But once you take a step back, what I mean by take a step back, take your ego out of it. Take a step back, take your ego out of it, and just review the whole situation. And realize for yourself that not all the time, but sometimes the problem can be you. And I understand it's hurtful. Trust me. It'll hurt you. It'll hurt your pride, it'll hurt your ego. But in order for you to get better, you have to realize that sometimes you make those mistakes. Sometimes sometimes you may have had the bigger ego at that time. But it's up to you to resolve that problem and not do it ever again. You get what I'm saying? But it's just the audacity of people want to get mad at me when I tell the truth about their situations. Not everybody, but just some people. Shit. It's like, man, it's like you have to look within yourselves and solve the problem for you. Solve the problem for yourselves. Because even for me, man, like I said before, I realized that not all the time, but sometimes the problem can be you. The problem can be me. But overall, it's not everybody else's fault all the damn time. Sometimes the problem is you. And I'm getting sick and tired of people want to gaslight you, want to gaslight me for their problems. It's like, motherfucker, you're the one who's doing this to yourself. I have no hand in this. I didn't tell you to do this, that, and the third. I didn't force you to do this, that, and the third. I didn't even give you any options to do this, that, and the third. You did that on your own accord. You did that on your own free will. I had nothing to do with that. But since you want to gaslight me, you can get the fuck on. I do not want to be bothered with your bullshit. And that's the main reason why I stay alone. And like I said before, I'm gonna say it before and I say it again. When it comes to situations like this, this is why accountability is so damn important. You have to be accountable for your damn actions. And if you're not accountable, that means you will never learn from your past mistakes. You will never become a better person because you fail to become accountable for your actions. See, motherfuckers nowadays, not only they lack accountability, but they want to, gaslight you and pass the blame on other people, but knowing good goddamn well that sometimes the problem was them. In some cases, they started the problem. They were the fucking problem, but they want to put the blame on somebody else. And this is why I stay to myself. This is why I stay to my fucking self. And this is why I say that, a lot of people are suffering from mental health. Like there's a major mental health crisis that's going on in America. I don't know what's going on in the UK. I don't know what's going on in Africa, Brazil, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what's going on within those places. But here in America, dude, a lot of Americans are going through some major trauma. And and the trauma could be childhood based. The trauma could have happened in their teenage years, or the trauma could be happening right now in their adult years. This is why, mental health crisis is on the rise. Is on the high rise now. And this is why we need, credible therapists that can help out. I'm talking about real therapists that can help out Americans and their mental turmoil. Because this shit that we're doing right now, the way how people are acting towards each other, the way how people are conducting themselves, a lot of this shit needs to be nipped in the bud. You know what I'm saying? Their problems, their mental health must be accounted for. It must be, basically people need to focus on their mental health. You get what I'm saying? They have to focus on their mental health, man. They have to focus on how to make themselves into better people. You know what I'm saying? All the bullshit that's going on, gaslighting, passing the blame on others, not being accountable for their actions, it's too much for me. It's too much for me. I say it doesn't make any sense. But like I said before, man, I said it before and I say it again. Of course, there's some turncoats, scribes, Pharisees, and major hypocrites that's going on. But the bullshit that people do, gaslighting, gaslit, passing the blame on others, and all that, not being accountable for your actions. This is why mental health is needed. It is really needed in American society today because a lot of Americans are dealing with past hood traumas. They're dealing with past traumas that's affecting them right now in today's world. This is why we need credible mental health therapists that can actually help these people out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't make any sense no more. We need more great therapists to help out the people. You know what I'm saying? To help out the American people when it comes to their problems. You know? It just is what it is, man. It just is what it is. You know? It just I'm just so sick and tired of all the bullshit and the drama and the mess that people have established, that people have created amongst themselves. You know, it's like people, oh my God, it's like, this is why I always stay to myself for the most part. Not all the time, but for the most part, I stay to myself because people are just full of shit. People are assholes. You know what I'm saying? People just want to be nasty for the sake of being nasty. And I'm not talking about hygiene. I'm talking about having a nasty attitude. See, I realize people like to pick and choose on who to be an asshole to. You know what I'm saying? And, in most cases, you got to leave those people alone because in my case, I know how I am. My anger might boil up to the point that I might kill that motherfucker because of their disrespect. And I don't want to go to jail for their bullshit because they can't control their emotions. People lack emotional intelligence. And by lacking emotional intelligence, you cannot mature as a full functioning adult. Without mastering your emotions, without emotional control, without emotional intelligence, you cannot function as a well-to-do adult. You can't. You can never mature without that emotional intelligence. The motherfuckers don't know about that shit. But hey, it is what it is. That ain't my fault though, because I don't know these motherfuckers. But it's up to us to be accountable for our motherfucking actions. What we say and what we do to people. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is, like this is why, and also, like I said before, I stay to myself because motherfuckers is full of shit. They bullshit you. They want to try to disrespect you. And this is why I tend to stay to myself because if I don't, I might punch a motherfucker in their throat and in their motherfucking nose because of their disrespect. And I don't want to go to jail for their bullshit. Or in some cases, I don't want to kill nobody by stabbing them or shooting them. I don't want to do that shit because humans have to control. Humans gotta be careful what they say to people. They have to be careful what they say and do to people. The Columbine shooters, all these shootings that's going on, man. Be careful on who you talk to because you never know. That might be your last day here on this earth. Humans are so fucking retarded. No. Humans are so fucking arrogant. They're not stupid. They know what the fuck they doing. They just too damn arrogant. And that's all I gotta say about that, man. Sure, that's all I gotta say. So yeah, man. So thank you so much and have a good day.